They cheat more, but they get caught less because girls are smart at hiding their business because they know that if they've slept with a bunch of guys that it could lower their rank socially or whatever. So girls tend to be very, very smart about that. And so I would encourage girls out there to fucking lie about their body count just because it's something that...
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, for me, the body count thing is nothing. This is like an insane conversation that I can't believe that the red pill world puts so much thought into it because because I would way rather date a girl with 200 dudes than a girl with 2 dudes.
It's not even close. Absolute.
Stop the cap. Emotional damage.
He wanted to know, like...
Now, to display the contradictions in his statements and a lot of the copium, you can never really trust a nigga that says he doesn't care about a body count and then says he wants a woman with more. So you do care, but you want more. That's a little bit bizarre.
Get him out of here. He's got no place in here. Get rid of him. Okay.
All right, so No Jumper is pretty much turned into a hip-hop soap opera podcast, but let's get into it.
The 6-man train thing... You know, a lot of people hear that and they think Lena was really on some crazy ass shit.
Okay, but this is my quarrel with you because the kind of girl who's gonna be with you and let you fuck other girls and have a porn podcast with you is not the kind of girl who's never had a threesome before she met you.
Right.
You want to be the girl that's gonna let. You can't always be the guy who like turns her onto certain things. I was telling you about another guy I slept with one time, and I didn't even realize that this was gonna happen, but you were like kind of like, I don't want to hear about this kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, double fucking standard.
Wow.
But okay.
So Adam loves to play the, oh, I don't care.
He likes to play like, oh yeah, just go do your slutty thing. But when it comes to me, no.
But Adam,
yeah. Because
we come from like just two again, right?
Yeah, I'm very experienced and you're not.
But we've seen in that last segment that everything he's saying here is an absolute contradiction because he is emotional and he is sensitive to these type of topics when it comes to his girl. So it's a lot of copium here. It's a lot of copium, a lot of justification.
I would not fuck a male fan where I am in life right now, which is in a relationship.
Older, like honestly, like there's like a level of sex that I have with my girl that I've been with for 6 years that is just like a different level of connection than probably anything that I had during my 20s because I feel so close to her and we've had enough time to really like get that comfortable with each other. And granted, like there might be a girl on earth that I could have that close of a connection with the first time we sleep together or whatever. It's kind of all over the place, but I mean, yeah, like a lot of, and I see that very much in myself where I was concerned with fucking a lot of people when I was younger rather than being with somebody for a year and sleeping with them 300 times and like really figuring out your chemistry, you know?
Yeah. Nah, I feel like the men who, I guess, truly care about the body count would be like the providers, right? Men who are taking care of the majority of the bills, you know, who is making this woman a legit housewife who's going to be taking care of the kids, hold down the household. Because again, if I'm a man who is being the provider, taking care of everything, that would mean that I'm putting in a relatively big investment into this woman, and I just don't want to know that she's been, you know, used and abused by 200 men in the past, and those men put in very little, you know, to no investment to fuck her.
I just don't see what their past.
I feel like you followed them a lot.
You're overvaluing someone's past.
House phone, hit it first.
When a girl has fucked a lot of people, or even just some people in your social circle, I can see how there's awkwardness associated with that for sure. Like if you had a girl that you really liked and she, you know, used to fuck a couple of your best friends, like yeah, that could be really awkward socially and might be something you have to get past. But
Ray J, house phone, hit it first.
when I look back at like myself, even in high school, I remember feeling really jealous when I would be like dating a girl and I knew that she had slept with somebody else that I knew or whatever. I remember feeling really intensely jealous about that. And even at like 17 years old, realizing that like this is something I'm going to have to unlearn because this issue that I think I'm having right now is only going to compound like over and over and over. Like by the time you're 30, good fucking luck meeting a girl who's got like a single digit body count. Like why would she, unless she was like been in relationships for really long periods of time or whatever.
Universally loved, man.
Been in relationships for a long.
You stupid. If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
All right, so that perspective is awful, because if she was in relationships in long-term relationships at that age and you found her single at that age, that is
Perfect.
indicative of a good woman or a wife-worthy woman or a relationship-style woman, not a girl that's been belonging to the streets the entire time by 30. Why would you consider a girl at 30 who has been in no relationships and belonged to the streets the entire time?
You stupid.
And talk about, whoa, she should have that body count. Why would you consider those type of
Whore.
Okay, let's get into this.
They cheat more, but they get caught less because girls are fucking smart at hiding their business, because they know that if they've slept with a bunch of guys that it could lower their rank socially or whatever. So girls tend to be very, very smart about that. And so I would encourage girls out there to fucking lie about their body count, just because it's something that...
All right, so here is absolute and utter recognition of the fact that, you know, girls' body counts does tarnish their social reputation, because you know that guys value the body count. We don't want any girl that just sends it on to anybody, because then it's like you're not worth anything. We can't prize you. We can't treat you like you're special, because you ain't special. You belong to the streets. You know that. So all of this shit that he goes through running through the hoops, it's all copium. He has this open relationship on his side to justify being with a girl like Lena long term. But then he says he doesn't care about bodies. If you didn't care about the bodies, you wouldn't need all these other bitches on the side, because that's what validates your relationship. It's like, who the fuck cares if you're with a girl with all these bodies that's on OnlyFans showing her shit to the rest of the world? Everybody sees it. House phone smash in the past. Nobody cares about that because you're fucking all these other girls. But let's get into this. I'm not trying to blow up anybody's spot. Once again, this is out there. This is your content. This is what you're putting out there.
So
people are gonna have
much attention
discussions.
is like put into at this point, right?
To find like this audio in.
He wanted to know, like, kind of like, you gotta tell me like the worst thing you've ever done, so that at least if someone says it to me, like, I already know, kind of thing.
I mean, because there's levels.
Now that's bad. That's bad. When a girl tells you her body count, or you think her body count's so bad, or you know her body count's so bad, you know her behavior is very promiscuous, you have to ask her, okay, what is the worst thing you've done to make sure that she's not been a battery thing, she's not been getting trains ran on her? Like, come on, man, this is awful. Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, but you never said it. So how do you feel that like people still think you said you was going to be a part of a 6-man thing?
This is kind of something that I've just had to like accept in my whole relationship. Like, I have only had sex with Adam as a male for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
But I get messages from people all the time saying, do you want to collab when I come to LA? Like, people are not aware that I'm only having sex with one person.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm guilty if I do, and I'm guilty if I don't. It doesn't really matter. And so when that stuff came out with academics, I was more like mad that him as Adam's peer was like trying to like kind of piss him off in some sort of way. And like, I do think that Adam kind of didn't believe me, and so that was kind of annoying, because I was like, I told you what happened the night that he's talking about.
Wow.
And so like, this was early in my relationship with Adam, and he was like trying to figure out my like loyalties or whatever, if I was telling the truth.
So Adam thought you actually like said that?
Well, he didn't really say like, oh, you're lying, but he was like, you didn't do it right, but did you, kind of thing. Like, he didn't want to act like he was fully accusing me, but
You were
kind
scared
of was.
that a big act was gonna...
And why would he believe that? Why would he not give you the benefit of the doubt? Because of your mileage, right? If you were a girl with a low body count that wasn't involved in threesomes and all that shit, and that shit came out there, he would actually believed you and give you the benefit of the doubt. So all this low body count doesn't matter, and you want a girl with a high body count. In practice, it's all cap. It is all cap.